Go fucking introduct.
Introduct. Why do you say introduct? Leave this part in, because introduct is not a word that we use. Do you think introduct is a word? Like a legit word?
Yes. Are you serious? Hold
Dude,
on.
in America, in America, you see, you always say this. You're like, who's gonna introduct? And I'm like, bro, that's not even a word. Because in America,
Do you want
it's
me to Google it
introduce.
right now?
It's introduce. You got you. By the way, yeah, Google it right now. We're leaving this in the show, and then I'll introduct it,
Okay.
guys. Luca, like I know they've definitely heard it. You say introduct, like that's
Yeah.
how you like.
Shut the fuck up,
What's it
BJ.
say?
Yeah, I don't want
What's
to
it
hear
say?
it. I don't want to hear it. Read
No,
that
what's it
shit.
say?
It says
No, what's it say?
obsolete to introduct into Oh wait, what the fuck?
To instruct or
To introduce. Yeah, exactly.
But
Shut the
what does
fuck up.
obsolete mean? Obsolete means it is dead. Nobody uses that anymore. You fucking moron.
Yeah, but it's
And
used.
they use no. Then they use introduce. It is not. It says obsolete. You fucking dum dum. So before you start pointing fingers, that's what that means.
Introduct definition of meaning. Introduct definition.
It
Introduct.
says it's obsolete. It says obsolete.
VJ,
it's
you are
on the screen.
VJ.
Yo, is this is
Watch
getting
this.
shared on the screen? Yo, is this being shared
Introduct
on the show?
definition.
Is this being shared on the show?
Yes, you super fuck.
Beautiful. Oh, dude, you're an absolute fucking.
No, it is a word. Introduct. You're introducting.
It says obsolete.
Are you? Does people not say that?
Introducing? Have you not heard introducing? Have you never heard?
I've heard both.
I've never heard introducting ever, and I'm double your age, more than that.
Introductory course in calculus.
Introductory is a word, but I've never heard
introductory. Are you?
No,
oh my god.
Okay,
BJ.
I've never heard introduct him.
This is such an
absolute
waste of time. It's like
no. This is a fantastic start to the show. I am going to introduct us right into episode 14, guys. Thank you very much for being here. Luca thinks he speaks English, but he doesn't speak much of that. But let's hope that he can read the market, because who knows whatever type of I mean, Google. What was that? Introduct. Okay. All right. So it's me, guys. VJ, Luca, say what's up, man.
How's it going, guys?
Wow, what an introduction. That is a form of that word that we use. Introductory is a form of that word.
Right now.
Those are the only two.
No, you are actually you're doing this shit just to piss me off. You are using
there's no way.
You're using introduct like the different types of introduct. You know what I mean? The fucking words. And then you're saying that's words, but introduct's not a word.
There's only two types that we use here in America, which is introduction and introductory. Introduct itself, never used. I'm going to introduct you. Nope. So I'm introducing.
Okay.
And then you said introducting? No, introducing. We don't use the introduct. And honestly, I thought it was like a new age form of slang that you were doing. But like, you believe it's like super proper English, which it sounds like it was. It sounds like it was, but it's
okay. How about
not.
this? How about this?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We gotta sell this one way or another. Okay. I think that personally, somebody fucking straight away goes onto the episode 14 and says, "Oh look, I want a nice trade." He gets absolute fucking slapped across the face with this whole ass argument. So we'll do. We'll do these two things.
Let me do it. No, let me do it.
Can I not finish? Can I not finish?
Yeah.
Okay.
But let me finish my job there at the end when you're done.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
We'll do these two things. We will ask for who's right, if you even stuck with us, and then what I'll do is I'll also put a what the fuck is it called, timestamp to the actual start of like the beginning, the intro, whatever.
No, that's how we're gonna do it.
Exactly.
From now on.
Yeah, we can.
But we're gonna have the soft intro. But all right, from here on, guys, thank you for being back. Episode 14.
Thank you, guys.
We appreciate it so much. It's me, VJ, and here's Luca, and it is his turn to show his trash trade. But before we get started, roll that introduct.
Order filled.
Wow, that was magical. And in fact, I quite enjoyed that.
I think I think I might have just blew your panties off. Go
You
ahead and
did.
proceed with the absolute banger of this trade. I didn't even ask you how you're doing because it was so set up to be nice right there. I was like, oh, I got a good one for him. Let's hit it out
Yeah,
the park,
I'm
baby.
doing quite well actually, VJ.
Good man, good, good,
Okay.
good. It
Hey,
is Sunday, right? We're recording Sunday
so yeah, it's Sunday
nowadays.
right now, and guess what? We found some success over the weekend. You guys kind of like the clips. We're getting some more interaction. It's always good to see a couple faces, a couple comments, a couple bit of
Mikey
interaction.
Huddleston, Mr. Mikey Huddleston
Yeah.
showed
So
up, gave us a little like
apparently
for my wee hour in the
ICT,
morning.
since VJ is a fucking like a printer. He fucking types away on Twitter. That's the only thing he does all day. He doesn't
So
work at all.
angry.
And what he
Nickname
did was
Angry Fingers.
he just fucking typed in ICT shit. ICT saw us, liked our comment. We got some friction going. And we got some friction going. Yeah.
Little friction. Little
And
friction.
but yeah, let's
I
just
called one of
fucking. We already rolled the intro. Let's just fucking go to the trade.
I called one of his best students a guy. She's a girl. That's
It is what
absolutely
it
the
is.
best way to get yourself canceled on your first week of introducing yourself. So let's go ahead and introduce your trade, man, and roll that introduct.
Order filled.
Was that just a duo introduct? You know what? We're actually putting two introductions for this episode. We're rolling
Yeah,
the
you
intro
should.
noise twice. Can you fucking believe that?
Yeah.
We're doing a
I can't wait.
double intro roll. Okay. Anyway,
Yeah, hell
here you
yeah.
go.
Hell
Here's the
yeah.
trade. This was
What's
th-
going on?
so.
What's going on today?
Okay, this is what I was aiming for. So on the daily, I was aiming for this gap fill.
Whoa, whoa.
So I had this
What day is it?
It's October 10th. 5 days
Is
ago.
that a Monday?
It was a
Is that a Monday?
It was a Tuesday.
Mm.
So I was
Okay.
looking for this gap fill. I thought I could. It was fucking raping upwards all morning. I thought it could be a nice scalp. I was looking for an entry to get this gap fill, and I had a great entry, great play in mind. Here's the thing, I went wrong with this trade, and there's a couple of reasons why. But I really capsulated this trade. I wanted to share it because I wanted BJ's opinion. Because for some reason, I just jolted into this trade. As soon as I finished it, I was like, what the fuck just happened? What did I just get myself into? So I wanted to bring this onto the show, and I wanted BJ's opinion because honestly, I don't really know what happened. I kind of just instinctively went in there, and after I had no recollection of why I went in. But
Wow.
the TA
So
shows
blacked out.
exactly.
Blacked out.
I kind of blacked
So
out.
you went VJ on 12 shots of fucking whiskey almost.
Exactly. VJ fucking
Oh,
yeah. VJ's
absolute.
a absolute beauty
Piece of
when he
shit.
drinks. Anyway,
Mm.
here you go. So this was my trade. I was looking for a gap fill, and I was looking for a pullback. I'm not chasing. I don't enter. And straight away, I think there was equal lows here. Yeah. So there was equal lows that I wanted to sweep. Not always do I do the sweeping play, but there's these equal lows that I wanted to sweep. So as soon as the equal low had some sort of like it started sweeping this low, I started to enter. So I entered right here at the closure of this candle. It should be like right there. And I put my stop loss right under this sweep, quote unquote. And I was looking for a continuation upwards. I thought this looked great. We got a couple of candles without wicks, some more liquidity for this, move up. So I thought I was in a good space for this trade. And a couple of candles later, we swept the candle with no wick. So we kind of grabbed that liquidity, and then straight away we started diving very quickly, and I eventually got stopped out. As soon as I got stopped out, I took a step back and I was like, why? I was like, I didn't really have my normal strategy. I didn't have any 0.618. I didn't have really much liquidity to my target. I had liquidity from my entry, but not to my target. And I really wasn't playing my edge. I don't normally enter because it breaks the structure and fair value gaps. I kind of have to have something more to enter a play. So I was just curious on what VJ had to say with this play because, it was a bit of a instinctual sort of episode I had. And it lasted a couple of
Hmm.
minutes, and as soon as it finished, I really didn't
I
understand why I entered it.
I can sort of see why you entered, but what are those lines? Those yellow
These
lines.
are support and resistance, just
So like major like liquidity probably.
hourly support and resistance. Yeah,
And what time of day is this?
this was around noon, noon market time.
Okay, so let me see like the hourly support and resistance. Let's see it.
So I drew these lines like historically for fucking ages ago, but they've got some taps here and there.
Okay, go back.
I'm back here.
Go to the most recent bounce on it. Try to see it.
These two lines
So
mainly.
okay, so that top one is like. Okay. Interesting. All right, then scroll right. You go. Oh, okay. Here we go. Hold on. That's where at the top there. Yeah, there's no recent high over there, or is that a fair value gap in that area?
Over here.
Yeah, to the left on the other side of the curve. There are some highs, sort of.
This one I'd kind of consider a bit of a liquidity high right there.
Yeah, because of our tech issues, it's sort of harder for me to see. But let's say that's a point where you can expect a reversal.
Okay.
You sort of just entered on a reversal.
Yeah.
It's like entering long on a Judas sweep a little bit. Like it went to liquidity and then like it minorly broke lows. And I have a feeling like after that candle, do we get major red? Because if we do, then that is a reversal area.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I remember I was after that play, I looked at my chart. I was like, "Whoa!" Like it just crumbled. If I wasn't disciplined enough, you know me with my fucking stops. If
Yeah.
I was not disciplined enough and I did not honor my stop, I would have died. Those contracts
Correct.
with the fucking volume, all of this happened in like a minute, I think. Yes,
Yeah,
like
essentially you just went like it was the area where almost what it looks like. Okay. Obviously I sort of have to like take a look at it like more clearly than I can on our situation, but it looks almost like the area went from a market maker buy model to sell model, and that's the instant where you went long for a continuation of it.
exactly.
Which honestly, like, is that the 1 minute time frame too? Because
Yeah,
like it
that's
would
the
have been
1 minute.
better if you were looking like on the 5 minute and like it went into like a fair value gap or an order block and discount. But it looks like even there it probably isn't even that. And like if you sort of look like it probably took some highs sort of earlier and then sort of got to that support and resistance area, which is probably like, where there is like a fair value gap or an order block or some highs or something, right? And then like it becomes like I would probably be like, look at that on the 4 hour. Let's look at that first. Or even the hour. Because I thought we did look at the hour.
Jeez, we're all the way back here.
Yeah, what the heck?
Here you go.
Okay, yeah, look. Okay, so scroll like up and down so we can see the bottom of it.
Like
Like
here.
shrink so we can see the top and the top consolidation and the bottom of this little cup. Um yes.
Okay, I gotcha.
There you go. Okay. See, like, yeah, if you took a fib from like that high and then all the way down, I bet you you're like getting in the 50% area, or maybe even less,
Yeah.
or maybe even more, maybe even the 618. Then you're like, okay, that looks like it was a downtrend. Bet you down there took major liquidity and need that to retrace, and then like now it's an area, and like look at like it did take out some major highs. It took out like obviously those 4 hour candle highs.
Yeah,
And so
exactly.
yeah, it could be an easy like interior range liquidity, which would be the fair value gap, and the back takes here. It could probably like I mean play the rest of it. Does it go all the way down or maybe to like a new fair value gap in the middle there?
It kind of swept
Yeah, see,
that.
like, hold on. Like, scroll out a little bit.
This is like now on the 8 hour. Like this is
Oh, okay.
very
So it could
recent.
still go down a little bit more. But yeah, you see, like, you could slow down these fair value gaps or order blocks
Yeah.
and discount there.
Hold up.
Very interesting. Very interesting. How long have we been recording for, man? I don't even know if that's been like 2 hours or 10 minutes.
I think like 20 minutes. You check, cause oh fuck,
How
you
can I
can't.
check?
You can't. 21 minutes. Yeah, no, we're fine. We're fine.
Okay.
Time wise, but to be honest, I feel like this trade was well managed because I kind of stopped out before I would really regret it. So I'm glad
Yeah,
fuck.
that's good.
Jesus Christ. I'm glad I stopped out. Hold on, where did I? Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. Hold up.
Zoom out.
So I'm glad I stopped out of this play. I'm sorry for the wait, but I'm glad I stopped out of this play. To be fair to myself, this looked great. Like this movement up here, this impulse straight from the fucking the equal low. I felt it was gonna be very strong. That's a very strong
Yeah.
type of like stop loss area. That's where I'd be more secure with placing my stop because it's less likely to be ran if we swept something or
It's a classic algo trick, though. Meaning, when it has you caught, the pushes that it has towards your direction make you feel as if you're about to get out of break even or get to your target.
Yeah, I can
And
believe
see,
it.
like, look at like when it goes down, and then like how the pops are, even though it's gonna go down. The pops look aggressive up. You're like, oh wow, like, and it slows you from exiting. It keeps you in there a little bit longer, and then it hits you with the monster, and it traps you. Because look at that secondary bounce. Like, let's say you bought like, yeah, that one right there. Let's say you bought like closer to the top, like that one that almost got you to break even. That one almost got you just a little bit negative, and it's
Yeah,
essentially being like, you smart enough to get out and flip. Like, do you see it or no? And most people are like, oh, just get, even if they see it, just get me out just a little bit more. And then they get absolutely schmackled by that next devastating candle. What is that? The next one right there, probably. Yeah,
this
like
candle right here.
yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. It becomes like so. It looks so bullish before that drop. Like that one candle before the drops.
You
Like,
could even say
we're
it was
absolutely
like
taking off.
for our non-ICT viewers, you could kind of draw some trend lines. You could say, "Oh, look, we're kind of forming a bit of a
Yeah, we're having
flag."
these bullish. Yeah, we're having these bullish pushes from the
Even this,
you know,
like
the
that looks
bottom. Yeah, yeah,
really
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, and you're just
But
like, oh
it's
man.
really important, especially in these patterns. I remember when I used to trade these patterns.
Ah, fuck, man.
When I used to trade these
Dude.
patterns, I remember I used to think, oh, liquidity sweeps outside the trend lines. It's very like common. So I used to move my stop down and move my stop down because like all these liquidity sweeps are gonna happen. They're sweeping
Oh
liquidity
my
outside the
god, I
pattern,
would do the same thing,
and
dude. And you
literally
would just get wrecked.
so wrecked. It was insane. I remember I just used to move out because they're sweeping liquidity outside my trend line, not actual any price targets or whatever,
And no stop loss, no nothing. No nothing really.
and
Be like,
it would just
I
happen.
have no idea when you're invalid. Like, you would be down there, be like, wow, this is quite a sweep. Like, oh wow, I think it's gonna come back now, guys.
Oh,
That's
there's
where
so
we'd be
many
like,
trades where I've held through all
oh
of this
shit.
bullshit. Jesus Christ.
Shit. We both have a legendary. Should we tell them? Have we talked about it?
You can go ahead. I don't think we have. I don't think we have.
Okay, so like I have like three terrible legendary plays, and two of them I did with other people. One is to not be named, but the other one, which for a long time held the record, but is now like my third worst trade, is one I took with Luca like a month in, like not knowing anything. Like maybe I barely knew trend lines. And we fucking get in this trade. I'm assuming we were trading SPY 0 days. Because that's what we can afford and shit. Because me and Luca were known as the small port, the one convoy, or small port boys, and we're the one convoys too. So we would just get like 50 to 100 or a couple $100 contracts and just let them hoes run. And we had no idea what we were doing. Just like, Luca was saying, like, we would allow, like, we would get in on that pattern right at the top, right as it's about to break out, a little early entry, and then hold through the quote unquote
Hold through
liquidity
every.
sweep.
We're just gonna say everything that went the opposite of our direction was a liquidity sweep, so we should have held because
Yeah, it was never a break of structure or continuation of the market. It was just, it's a liquidity sweep. We'll be back, man. Look at that perfect trend line.
Exactly. Hold on till I get my fucking brush out. I remember there was this pattern, right? There was a sharp movement down, and we entered like at a bullpen right here, right? So me and VJ were in long, so we're in a long position, like right here. We were like,
Oh shit, you're
oh,
right. It was something like
it,
this.
it's
Oh fuck.
it's good. Look, we're gonna do it. We're gonna get all these highs. Buy my fucking contract. So me and VJ were in this play. And as soon as it
Fuck.
started, it's so we had our trend lines, like this. Can you remember this,
Yeah,
VJ?
perfect, dude. Dude, honestly, like I do remember the bounce thing, and like now when you draw it like this, I'm like, oh my god,
Here's what
that
happened.
was
Here's what
it,
happened.
dude. And I can already see exactly why it failed. Oh
It
my
started
god.
going down like this, like very fast. Me and VJ, this was very historic and well renowned. Cause I think we closed our contract for like -80, I think, or no, VJ.
I got out at -69 exactly,
But
like
VJ averaged
70%.
down. I only had my one fucking con,
Yeah, oh
and
yeah, so it was pretty bad.
and it started going down. And guess what? We go. Oh, look at this! It just turned into a cup and handle, real quick. I expected this just to go back up, right? As it was, it kept going, and then it did this. It started doing this at the chop or whatever at the downside. We are like, oh, downside chop, bullish, right?
Yeah, bullish,
And
chopping down, chopping down.
we kept holding, and I think there was one candle that sent me into the Great Depression. That was like right there. And as soon as that happened, I cut my con. I was like, "Fuck!" And VJ already cut before me.
Yeah.
He cut down in this consolidation.
Listen,
Whatever
this
bullshit.
is why. Like, there's a couple things that Luca's forgetting. Okay, so all of this play is pretty accurate. Okay, but while this play is breaking down, like we've already been trading all day. We barely know what we're doing. Like I'm literally finding out what trend lines are. Like Luca might have been like, "This is a trend line. We're gonna break it." I'm like, "Oh, that's a fabulous TA. It's perfect. We're gonna do it." Okay, it starts going down. Like I think I'm just like a dopamine, just already like blanked out. Like I've already traded too much for the day, and we're going down, and I'm like so convinced that we're going up. Especially Luca's in here, and Luca's screaming at everyone. We're in a VC, and he's like, "Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm still holding. I'm still holding." And as it gets worse, like the contracts start ticking to like -20. Luca's like, "We still got it. It's not a big deal. Like you gotta hold through. Just a liquidity sweep, liquidity sweep." Then they start going to 30 and then like 40. And
40,
then like
50.
Lucas starts saying things like this, okay? Which honestly, thank God he did because it sort of jolted me into like because I'm like, yeah, Lucas holding, I'm holding, fuck it. Like I think Lucas right. I probably did average in or something. And it keeps going. And Lucas says this, I don't care if these contracts go to zero. I don't care if these contracts are going to zero. I'm not gonna sell. And I was like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
And
like
then
let's fucking go.
instantly, because I sort of have like a personality with like two people inside me. The other guy was like, yo, hold up, fam. I'm gonna have to take over from here. Sell that bitch. I instantly sold. Cause I was
And
like,
he left
hold
me
up.
there. Can you believe that we went through all this bullshit
Yeah.
together?
Oh, wait,
Right?
hold on.
So
Let
I
me
hold
finish
no
this.
no
Let
no
me
no
finish
no.
this. Hold on,
I
hold on.
closed at
Let me finish this.
-80%.
Let me finish this. I averaged in. Okay, for a second.
Oh,
I
you're
wasn't
right.
doing
You did
anything.
average in. Fuck. I just
Okay,
said that as
number
well.
two. Okay, like I didn't know anything that I was doing, and like it was him proving to everybody in the VC that he got insane. when he says, I don't care if these contracts go straight to hell, I'm never gonna sell. Like it was like a rap song. And like something about it, I was with it. I'm like, yeah, I'm riding with my boy. Let's go. You already know how I go, Luca. And then as I was in the car and we're rushing off to go, do a fucking drive-by, I was like, hold up, fam. We about to go to prison or die. Hold on, man. I gotta get the fuck out of the car. I jumped out the car. It was automatic. I didn't even know. I clicked. I said, oh shit, I sold 69%. And Luca's like, what? And then he came to his senses and was like, oh man, what am I doing? And then sold for 80.
Just saying
and
that.
so
BJ did a mature decision. He did cut his contract at this fucking consolidation, whatever this bullshit was. After like the Copenhagen, we were like Copenhagen. And in this thing, BJ cut his con. It was in two cons, right?
No, I think honestly, it started dumping again, and then I cut.
So maybe you cut here then.
No. I was in on that second little drop.
This
beginning
one.
of it. Yeah, I think
Because I cut up. Maybe you had different cons, different expirations.
No, I think that listen, we both I cut like 5 seconds before you. This is the thing. It seems like it was so crazy because of the adrenaline and the dopamine. The play didn't even last that long. We were so wrong, and that consolidation wasn't like 30 minutes, bro. We couldn't hold plays for 5 minutes now. That was like probably like 2 minutes of hell that we extrapolate as like 30 minutes of like some of the most intense.
I think it was 10 minutes. It says 10 minutes. Okay,
I think it was probably between. Okay, I think it's probably between 5 and 10 minutes.
Yeah,
sure.
5 and 10 minutes.
Okay, but we were like instantly wrong. Like we got in, and we went, okay, all right, it's gonna try again.
It's dropping.
Dump. Game. Like I've never seen a drop like that before. I was like, these numbers are
BJ,
not real.
I got another one.
It took us like a while. Like there was a pause before we even said anything. We were like, contracts are down.
Here's another one, BJ. I know for a fact you're gonna recognize this one. Me and BJ got in another play just to finish up because I know we don't have much time. But it was this play where we started making like a head and shoulders like this. So we entered here, right? And it started chopping. It started chopping like this. And we were like, chopping up is good. Chopping up is good. And it didn't stop. And it didn't stop. And it didn't stop. And it just started going to the fucking heaven of us chopping. And we were like, we were in short for like this head and shoulders fucking bullshit. Right? So this was it. But since it was chopping upwards, it was still technically bearish. So we still held on. So,
and I think you're right, and I think I do remember this play, and we were like, we're not invalid until we get over the head of the show.
Yeah, exactly.
And so we just shit.
Bro, that's so funny, man.
It's
crazy how we evolved.
You can almost see us making that same mistake, though. What's the point?
I bet you somebody's gonna find that exact trade that we've just done.
Man, can you imagine if we had those trades now?
Bro, that'd be great. Fuck, what an episode that would have been. Fine. It's whatever.
The worst trade. That's why, we have to make sure we gotta keep them.
But right. Yeah, no, listen, we're loving the support. We're loving the Levi comments. We're loving the likes on the socials and, a bit of the interaction. So we're very appreciative, and we kind of just want to push out a product that you guys enjoy and you guys can relate with. So let us know in the comments, or just let us know your opinions, what you want to see, what you want us to change, and further. Whatever. Anyway, we'll talk to you. We'll talk to you later again for the 5th time. 5 minutes of us talking about it. Fucking subscribe. And yeah, that's it.
I wasn't even sure where you were ending with that. All right, perfect. Love y'all.
Bye-bye.